How well do I remember Overwatch League Season 1? Today we're going to find out. So what's up guys, ATP here, and today we're going to be doing one of those online quizzes that tend to be so popular on the internet. And I figured what better way to make content with one of these quizzes than with one of those roster quizzes where you try and name every single player from all of the different teams and everything. Because I always talk about how great Overwatch League Season 1 was and just how amazing it was to me and that it's my absolute favorite. But do I really remember what was going on? Am I actually someone who paid attention, or am I just some sort of hype beast? That's what we're going to find out today by doing one of these quizzes. We're going to be trying to name 125 players in 20 minutes, and we got all 12 of the original teams here. But the only thing to keep in mind is I believe that these are not the original day one rosters because London, they're pretty short-handed as you can tell. I believe this quiz takes place around the end of the playoffs. So yeah, keep that in mind. But I guess we'll find out as we go here. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say. So let's get right into this thing. I'm going to just be trying to really focus on this. And I think my thought process is going to be to go position by position for every team. I might misspell some things, which could lead to some trouble. But yeah, let's see how things go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and start. So we're going to start with the Boston Uprising here. And if we're thinking about tanks, you got to think about Gamsu and Note, of course. I mean, those are given. They were one of the most popular duos. You got Kalios in there as well. He was a backup. People forget about that. You can't forget about Striker either. Classic. There's also mistakes. I don't believe Dream Casper is going to be on here because we're past the playoffs and everything. You got Kelix. Neko, of course. Aim God, can't forget about Aim God, even though he's kind of a backup back then as well. The hard ones people will probably forget about is Snow, as well as Avast. For all of my fans who kind of came in the recent years, you may not have known that Avast actually did play in the Overwatch League. I only think he maybe played during the preseason, but he was there. So if you recognize him from his streams or from, what's it called, Plat Chat, that's kind of where he comes from. That's his origins. Dallas Fuel, we got Seagull. Can't forget about Mickey, Taimu, what's his face, Harry Hook, OG was on there as well. There's not going to be XQC or like Rascal or anything. AKM, of course. Who else was there? I'm drawing a blank on Dallas Unco. Chip Cyan. Oh, how do you spell his name? Oh, I forgot how to spell Chip Cyan's name. Yeah, that's a problem. I'm probably not going to be able to get him on the board simply because I do not remember how to spell his name. Actually, Rascal might be on here. He is. There you go. He's on London as well. Cool, cool. I think that's about all I can remember right now for Dallas. I'll probably just move on, then come back to them. So with Florida, you have all the classic memers. You got Swoosh, Logix. The tough one to remember is Zappis, so let me put that in first. There's the classic support line that I was never a huge fan of. Zupe and Zebo, what is it? Zebo Sai with 2 S's? No, that's not how you spell it. Zebo Sai. Yikes, can't remember how to spell Zebo's name. Zebo Sai. Yeah, I can't remember how to spell Zebo's name. That's pretty unlucky. At off tank, you also have Manitin. Can't forget about Saya player. Vic was on there as well. Awesome guy. Awesome guy. Okay, we'll move on now. Houston, Muma, Spree, and Cool Matt were at tank. I loved watching Cool Matt back in the day. One of my favorite off-tank players, to be honest with you. Jake, can't forget about Jay Lulk, right? Linkser, he was an absolute beast back then. Very respectable player. Clockwork. Mendo. I remember Mendo as well, but I'm not going to be able to remember how to spell his name. It's Mendoku Sai, something like that. I don't remember. I remember Mendo being on there. I just can't remember how to spell that name. Can't forget about Raucus, Mr. Thick Guy. Boink. Bonnie. Who else was on Houston? Oh, Arhan. Right. And I guess I'm missing 2 people. Ooh. So I got Arhan, Jake, Linkser. I can't remember how to spell Mendo's name, but there's one other guy on here. I have Boink, Bonnie, Raucus. Who could it be? I don't remember. Anyway, I guess we'll move on to London. I mean, it's pretty easy to remember them. You know, Prophet, Gesture, Birdring, Fury, Nuss, Bedoshin. Pretty easy. Hureg as well. London's an easy clap. Glads, can't forget about Fissure, Bishu. You also have Surefour, Asher, Hydration. Really fun player to watch back in the day. Big Goose and Shaz. Void was on the team. Oh, who else was on the team? I can't remember. Wow. Those are like the big players I remember on the Glads. But oh, wait. Silk Thread. He got traded to the Gladiators from the Valiant. Who am I missing? Asher, Big Goose, Bishu, Fissure, Hydration, Shaz, Silk Thread, Surefour, Void. Oh, man. Did they have another support? Was it a DPS? Man. Oh, wait. It was a tank. It was iRemix. Yes, got it. Easy. Let's go. Valiant, I'm going to be embarrassed if I can't remember all these guys. That was my team. Agilities, Crave, Custa. Grim Reality. We got Soon, Fate, Envy, Space. Bunny, KSF. People are going to forget that Finzi was actually on this team. Finzi. We got Numlocked as well, who also never played. Fun fact. So that's a pretty good start with the Valiant. God, they had a lot more players than I remember. Jeez. Who else was there? I got Custa. I said Custa, Unko, Kareev. Supports are like all but taken care of. Wow. Oh, I remember. We actually signed Izayaki, but he couldn't make it because of visa problems. So, boom. We got Izayaki. I think I got all the DPS. Agility, Silk Thread, Soon, Bunny, Grim Reality. That sounds about right. There's just one other guy that I can't seem to recall with this team. Oh, wait. I remember. It's Verbo. My boy Verbo. I don't remember much of him on the Valley. I just remember Unko getting mad at him in Stage 2 for, like, not being very good at Mercy. NYXL, they let me do SBB. Nice. Don't have to spell it out. Can't forget about Libro, his main partner, as well as Pine, coming off the bench usually. I mean, depending on the map, their rotation always changed. Mono, Meko, classic tank line, one of the best in the league at the time. Jonak, Animo, Arc. Who else? Oh, Janice, however you say his name. He was like the, hybrid specialist, I remember at the time. Philly could be a hard one. Just because they have some randoms who, like, never played. Just getting the easy ones out of the way. You have, like, Fraggy and Poco. Hotbo was on the team. Sato also played at the time. I said EQO. Shadowburn. Can't forget about Shadowburn. Neptuno and Boombox. Those were, like, all the starting people. Who else was there? There's Dayfly. Yep, Dayfly like never played. Who's another guy who never played? Joe Meister. How do you spell Joe Meister's name? Got it. Let's go. Boombox, Carpe, Dayfly, EQO, Fraggy, Hopper. Oh man, who else was on Philly at the time? Wow. I can't believe they had someone else that I'm completely drawing a blank on right now. That's wild. I think I named all of the DPS. I don't remember anyone else besides Carpe, EQO, and Shadowburn. I guess we'll just skip over that for now and come back to it. Shock, the OG Shock team. You know, Nomi, Super, Nevix. Are they gonna let me just put in Choi, or do I have to spell it? Okay, Choi, Hyobin, Sinatra. The Shock got like 5 DPS. Sinatra, Architect, Dante, Baby Bay, and IDDQD. That's the one people are going to forget about, I think, with the Shock. Of course, they had Moth. Dak was on there. And finally, you got Sleepy. Bam. Remember the Shock, no problem. Soul. AKA the biggest disappointment in my eyes back then. Can't forget about Fleta, like their main superstar. Munchkin was there alongside him. The one people might forget about here is Wakid. I always hated it when Soul played Wakid. I always felt like they'd lose when they played Wakid over Fleta. It was really weird. Regardless, though, at tank you have Miro and Zumba. Can't forget about the Scrim God Zephyr. Kuki was there. You know, the greatest main support of all time. Kappa. Oh, who else was that support? I know there's Jaehong and Toby, but Gambler, that was a throwback for sure. They got him like just for mercy, just to play Toby anyway. Good times, good times. Ryu, Jaehong, Toby, Guido, that's what I'm thinking of. Former Apex MVP, Guido. I remember when they tried to play Guido over Jaehong, it was always really weird. Seoul was just a very strange team back then who made a lot of questionable decisions. Okay, now this is the tough one. 2018 Shanghai, they're memorable for being 0-40, but at the same time, it's like, some of those players are so forgettable. I guess I'll try my best. Tank, Roshan, that's like the easy meme to remember. Geguri, of course, you know, very historic player. There was MG, right? Yep. Zushu, I think his name was. Nice. We got Zushu and MG. DPS, you got Undead. Dia. Damon. Otto. Can't forget about him. He was like one of the carries back then on that team. For sure. Support's going to be a little tough as well. There's Free Feel, I remember. We also had, what's his face? Sky. Altering. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Man, there's even more people on Shanghai that I just don't remember, though. That's wild how many players they had back then. I'm drawing a huge blank. I think I nailed DPS, right? Damon, Dia, Otto, and Undead. Support. They might have had one other support that I just cannot remember. They probably did, to be honest with you. But I think I got tank right. You know, Geguri, Roshan, MG, and Undead sounds about right to me. Alright, so let's go back and look at this here. Oh, is XQC going to be on Dallas? Oh, he is. Okay, so we got XQC. That's pretty sweet. They only had Mickey at off tank, and then Siegel would play during, like, stage 4. There's got to be some other DPS that I'm just completely forgetting about, or, like, some sort of support. I mean, there's Chip's Eye, and I really can't remember how to spell his name still. Should I look up how to spell his name? Like, I don't know if that's considered cheating or not, though. Like, I feel like that is kind of cheating, so I guess I won't do it, even though I know that he's on the team. He was, like, the flex support. Oh, man. Oh, who else played on the Dallas Fuel back then, man? Oh, jeez. This is tough. And then somehow I'm forgetting someone on Florida still. I got Zupe and... Oh, wait, no, it was Zebo. I forgot. I just can't remember how to spell Zebo's name. Thought it was spelt like that, but I guess not. Or maybe it was like... Zebo... No. Yeah, I think I'm just about done. I really think that's all I can remember. I mean, 115 out of 125 ain't that bad. Who else was there on London? Badoshan, Birdering, Fury. I mean, was it Hago? Oh, no, it was Closer. How could I forget about Closer? Closer was on the team. There you go. He played alongside, like, Prophet and Gesture back in the day in Apex. Easy clap. But with Houston Outlaws, I know there's Mendo, who, again, I can't remember the name or how to spell his name. It's like Mendokusai. Yeah, I can't remember how to spell his name to save my life. I think that looks pretty good, though. I feel like I'm missing someone very key on Houston, but I just can't remember who. It's really weird. The same on Dallas. I mean, I feel like I got the main... Oh, Coco! Coco! There we go. Nice. The very big meme that was main tank for Dallas back in the day. You know, Coco, XQC, OG. You had everybody play main tank. Taimu was on there. Even Mickey played Winston for like a week, if I remember correctly. Good times, man. Good times. Not for Dallas fans, but for everybody else, surely. Wait a second. How could I possibly have forgotten about Effect? See, it's been so long since he's played that I somehow forgot. Effect was literally like the most important player for Dallas for 3/4 of the year. I mean, he played so hard and tried to carry them so much that he had to just take a break from burnout. Alright, so all I'm missing from Dallas is a guy whose name I can't remember how to spell, so that's pretty good. Same with Florida. And then you have a guy in Houston who I can't spell as well. But then Philly. I really thought I got the hard ones out of the way for Philly with Dave Fly and Joe Meister. I thought I was in the clear for sure with them. But I genuinely cannot remember. They had to have had another support player or something, right? I can't think of any other position. Because I know they only had like 4 tanks. And it might have been DPS or something, but Carpe, EQO, Shadowburn, it's just the only combo I could remember from that OG squad. That's it. But I can't believe I'm also missing someone with the Houston Outlaws. I thought the one I wasn't going to be able to remember was like Arhan, but I managed to. Or maybe like Boink. But, yeah. I think I'm just about finished, lads. There's going to be a few I can't get for sure just because of the names. Technically, I know that Chip Zion and Zebulsai are on here. This should be 120. And then Mendo, 121. But that still leaves 4 guys that I genuinely cannot remember the names of at all. Which is a little sad, but you know, 118 ain't that bad. That's a pretty solid score. I'll take that all day, especially because, you know, I thought there were going to be some tough ones, but Shanghai, like, I'd maybe get half of the roster, but I only missed 2 of their guys. So yeah, I think I'm ready to give it up here because I'm just wasting my time at this point. So let's see who I forgot, shall we? Okay, so yep. So Chipside. Oh, there was like an H in there. And then Zebo. Oh, it was double B, not double S. Okay. How about Mendo? Fact Fiction. Oh, I forgot about Fact Fiction. See, I remember that he played for Houston for a little bit. They like tried to get him to be kind of like a specialist on some maps, but it really just didn't work out the way they were hoping it would. Oh, Mendo had 2 I's at the end of his name? That's so weird. I never would have gotten that ever. Snillo! Oh, how could I forget about Snillo? Oh, I forgot. It's because he, like, fell off the face of the earth and, like, people just completely forgot about his existence. That's so sad because Snillo actually played an important part on that team during, like, you know, like, the halfway mark during Stage 2 when they're, like, gaining relevance. His Tracer was really important to them. Very sneaky. I forgot about Fearless. Wow, I forgot that. See, I completely wiped away that part of my memory with Fearless because I'm so used to him being a winner now. And then I forgot about 5 King. Yeah, that's one I definitely wouldn't have gotten. But I can't believe I forgot Fearless and Snillo. That's insane to me. Even Fact Fiction I feel like I should have gotten. Man. I forgot some easy ones. I was thinking too hard about this. But yeah, that's not that bad. You know? We got a 118 out of 125, and technically speaking, if I could spell people's names correctly, that should have been a 121 out of 125. So we take those all day of the week. That's a 94%. The average score is only 63. So I'd say I did pretty good. I don't know how you guys feel, but I think I nailed it. Despite, you know, having some embarrassing forgetfulness with spelling and then Fearless somehow. But yeah, pretty good. I'll take that. I thought I'd probably do worse, to be honest with you. So let me know if you enjoyed this, by the way, and if you want to maybe see more of these in the future, because I'd totally be down. I could do one for literally any of the other seasons. I could do one for 2019, 2020, 2021, eventually Season 5 once the rosters are finalized even. So let me know if you'd be interested in that down in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until next time, this is ATP, signing out. Peace, guys.